Hi everyone, and welcome to another Froothie skincare live stream with Lisa, where we show you how easy it is to make your own DIY skincare using your blender. Today I'm so excited because we're going to make a tinted vanilla vegan lip balm with the help of the amazing TCPROM 2.0 by Froothie. I also want to remind you to stay tuned until the end, as we are going to share with you a discount code that you can use to purchase any of our appliances at froothie.com.au, also onto our New Zealand website. And also, if you miss any of the steps or the measurements, don't worry, because we are going to upload this live stream onto our YouTube channel, which is Froothie TV, where you can also find tons of other recipes that you can recreate with your blender. So without further ado, I'm gonna let you know the super simple ingredients that we're gonna use for today's recipe to make your own tinted lip balm that I'm gonna show you in a second. For today's recipe, you're gonna have two phases, the heated phase and the cool down phase for almost all of the skincare and makeup recipes that we created in the past, sorry. So you're gonna need some stearic acid. I chose the powdered one. Then you're gonna need some refined coconut oil, cocoa butter, sweet almond oil, castor oil, and carnauba wax. You can also use beeswax, but because I wanted to make this recipe vegan, I'm gonna use carnauba wax, which is natural and it comes from a plant. Then for the cool down phase, you're gonna need some vitamin E, some vanilla essential oil, my favorite, and this is gonna make the difference because the smell is amazing. If you don't like vanilla, you can also use lavender or any essential oil of your preference. I'm also gonna be using some cardamom essential oil and some red beetroot powder. So this red beetroot powder, it's what is gonna make the magic, because it's gonna turn your lip balm from a plain lip balm to a tinted lip balm. How amazing is that? So for the for the heated phase, I already have my ingredients here that are melting. You want to make sure you're using a double boiler method to just get them melted. Then what you're gonna do, so here I already have inside my pot in a glass container. Here I have the stearic acid, the coconut oil, the cocoa butter, which raw, by the way, I want to show you how this looks raw. So this is raw cocoa butter. And this is raw carnauba wax. You can find this anywhere on Amazon or online. And this comes from a plant. It comes from the carnauba palm. You want to get those. Then you want to get the sweet almond oil, the castor oil, and the carnauba wax. You want to get everything in the container and make sure that it melts. Then we're gonna do something a little bit unusual here. You want to make sure, because when you get the mixture out of the heat, especially if you are in a cold environment like I am now, because here it's winter almost, it's gonna harden up really quickly. So to prevent that, don't worry, even if it's hardened up, it's fine, because then you can remelt it in your TCPROM 2.0. No fear. So you want to select first your degrees here. I'm gonna put 70 degrees, speed 1, because you want the blades to be moving, and then I'm going to select the time. I'm gonna select 25 minutes or 23 minutes, just because I don't want this to turn off in the process. So we're actually going to leave the lid on, because in order for this In order for this to work, you need to put the lid on, otherwise it's going to give you an E3 error. So we are going to remove the small lid because we are going to pour the ingredients from here. So we're going to press play. So we let this heat. It's going to take a couple of seconds. Also, I want to remind you that the ThermoCook Pro M 2.0 has a built-in scale. So if you need to weigh your ingredients first, because for this recipe you will need to weigh your ingredients, you can use the built-in scale. It's super handy. So when you have the melted ingredients and this, you can feel that this is getting hot. We're going to wait a couple of more minutes maybe. So you want to make sure that the temperature stays at the selected temperature. I think around 70 or 75 it's enough. You don't want to burn it. Another thing that you're going to need is some empty containers. You can use whichever you prefer. I have a plastic one here, which is empty, that we're going to fill in. Or you can use those aluminum one. And here I also have a compostable one. So you can use whichever container you prefer. Here I also have some sparkles because I think it's great. I added in my recipe some sparkles. Those are natural and you can add them at the end in the cool down phase to make your lip balm a little bit more interesting and fun. So now we are going to transfer, now that this is ready, we're going to transfer the ingredients. You're also going to need a syringe. This is to transfer the lip balm into the container. So while we're going to do that, I'm going to pour my melted ingredients into the blender. Be careful because this is hot. You don't want to burn yourself. So I'm going to pour it inside. And now I'm going to add my beetroot powder. This is the beetroot powder. You want to make sure that there are no lumps. And also, I suggest you to double or triple the recipe first because you're going to have lipstick for a year. And then because the ingredients melt much better, mix much better in the TCPROM M 2.0. So now I'm going to add, so you want to check that everything is still melted. And now I'm going to add, while this is on speed 1, I'm going to add the beetroot powder, like that. And with the beetroot powder, you are free to add how much beetroot powder you prefer. It is up to you how you want the lip balm, how intense you want it to be. Hey Angie, how are you? Thank you for being here. It's up to you how bright you want it to be. I made a few shades. I'm going to show you in a second. This is the color that I got and it's amazing on your lips. I cannot wait to show you. So here I'm just making sure that the temperature stays at about 50, 60, 65, as I said before. I did put my beetroot powder. I'm going to put some shimmer inside, as I mentioned before. And it smells really, really good. I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer. There we go. So after you are done, also the process where you transfer the lip balm into the container needs to be kind of quick because this dries really fast, especially if it's a cold climate. So I'm going to show you now how I'm going to transfer this. Then I'm going to show you the final product. And then I'm going to show you how I clean my ThermoCook Pro jug container from the wax. So you want to make sure that you melt everything, and then we're going to do a quick rinse with some dish soap. So here I have my container. Here I have my syringe. Everything is mixed. So this variant is not going to be super bright because I didn't put as much beetroot powder. So when you take out the lid, automatically the machine will stop. So, and it will give you a E3 error. So now you can get your container, your lip balm container, you can get your syringe, and you can just get some of this, enough for one. So this is what you're gonna get. And then be careful not to squish it around because this is hot. There we go. So we have half. Now I'm gonna do the other half. And you wanna make sure that your container is filled until the top, otherwise it's gonna look weird. And then you wanna be very careful not to. There we go. Actually, a little bit more. A little bit more. This is, you will be surprised, but this is less messy than doing it just with a double boiler method. I'm going to explain to you in a second why. So I don't know if you guys can see, but I did fill my lip balm container until the top. I don't want to move it too much because otherwise I'm going to spill it. So I'm going to put it on the side. And now I'm going to show you the final result. Let me put this back in. You can also, I think, actually this will be much easier to melt. It's going to take about roughly maybe 10 to 15 minutes to melt the ingredients. But I'm going to show you how this looks. It looks like oil, like this. You see at the bottom. And you can only do this recipe with the TCPROM 2.0 because also with the 𝐓𝐿, you could do this with the 𝐓𝐿 because this recipe needs heat, otherwise it's going to harden up and you cannot work with your lip balm. So are you guys ready to see the final results? I cannot wait to show you. So I created 3 versions of this. This is just your plain lip balm, the one that you can use before you go to sleep or in the morning if you have dry lips. So this is just a plain one, and the consistency. Also, you can play with the consistency. So if you prefer more like a dense consistency, you would put more wax. If you want more like more lip glossy consistency, you would add more almond oil and coconut oil and castor oil. But this is so perfect. The consistency is amazing. You can also use it on your face because this is so good. Oopsie. See how it is? Like this. It's so perfect and it stays in the container like this, but this is so good. It moisturizes your lips. It's just amazing. Then I made this. Where is the other version? This is the more like nude. So here I put less beetroot powder and this is more nude. So this is like a nude version. And it smells so good because of the vanilla oil. Amazing. So this is the nude version. And then we have the one with a lot of beetroot powder, and I'm gonna show you how it looks. I actually have lipstick on right now, so I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna take it off and show you how this looks. So I have no lipstick now. It's really hard to do this on the camera. Okay, so as you can see, I have no lipstick on right now, and this is what we made, the beetroot one with a lot of beetroot powder. Oh my God, so good. And as you can see, this is more of a lip. It's more shiny because I did put in this version more castor oil. You can adjust this however you prefer. You can also separate the containers and mix in a different way. So you can add more beetroot powder, more where is the shiny thing? More of this shiny powder here, the glitter. So it's more shiny, but this is amazing. And here you have your own DIY lipstick. Who would have ever said that you could make your own DIY lipstick in your TCPROM 2.0? Hey, Ryan. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I think this is a great idea, guys. You can make your own, and this is so fun. And it's so, I think for me, it's so satisfying to see that you can create your own stuff. You know, it gives you more power to know that you can create, and it's so nice to do it from scratch and see actually what kind of ingredients you are putting in your skincare, and that it's all natural, nothing harmful, no chemicals, no preservatives, no crazy names that you cannot read or crazy numbers. So I think this is great, and I really hope you enjoy this live stream. And you can also gift this to your friends. I think is an amazing gift idea. Let us know if you try this recipe. So to clean this, now I'm going to put this back in the container where it was. Put the oil back. You want to make sure that this, it's still melted. As you can see, look at this, is already drying. So you can see here the wax is already drying. So you want to run it under hot water. You can even put this on the ThermoCook Pro and just put the heat on, and this will just melt again. And I'm gonna add some dish soap here. So I have a little bit of water here and some dish soap. I'm going to put it here. Close everything. This time you want to also add the small lid because otherwise it's going to be messy. There we go. And now you want to select the temperature and speed 1 or 2, it's fine. And you want to press play. And this is going to self-clean, a couple of rinses, and it's done. The cleaning process is done. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this live stream. This live stream is over. You should have the discount code popping at the bottom here. There we go, live 44. So with this discount code, you can purchase any of our appliances, including the ThermoCook Pro M 2.0. with a special discount just for you on the Australian website, which is froothie.com.au, and also onto our New Zealand website. I really hope you enjoyed this live stream, and I will see you next week with another food live stream. We're gonna cook something amazing. Ciao!